Hello everybody, my name is Juan Paolini and welcome to New Game Experience, the place where we like to talk about video games, the industry, updates, and everything else. Today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch finally getting Bluetooth support. Nintendo is going to be adding Bluetooth support through the new system update that you can download right now. This of course is good news. I mean, for a portable device to not have Bluetooth support nowadays is very limiting. We're all used to having wireless AirPods or wireless Powerbeats or whatever it is because, I mean, frankly, they're much more comfortable and they've become very popular. And for a portable device to not have support for this, I mean, just imagine if you would buy the latest iPhone and then you suddenly see like, hey, no Bluetooth anymore. That, I mean, doesn't exist. That's totally out of the question. However, with Nintendo, we already have seen in this year and throughout their whole life, when you kind of think about it, hardware-wise, they're not the most forward-thinking company out there. However, even knowing that, for me, I have very low expectations when it comes to Nintendo hardware. They still continue to disappoint me. We already saw it this same year when they announced the Nintendo Switch OLED model, which when I saw, I was like, should I get this? Maybe. I mean, I'm not so much of a Nintendo gamer now, but I mean, the OLED is pretty cool. And of course, it's going to have like better resolution or something. I'm not saying 4K, but I mean, at least 1080p, right?
Wrong.
No 1080p, like there's absolutely no change to the hardware, even though 4 years had passed. But it did come, of course, with an Ethernet port, which, I mean, thank you, Nintendo. When you come too late to these things, it only serves as evidence that you're as late as you are. And in the Bluetooth case, it's a little bit worse because this is just a software update. They've been telling us for years, and I agree, that for like when we ask for things like crossplay or adding, I don't know, next-gen patch or adding 60 FPS support, these are all things that are not the flip of a button. That's like an expression used widely among the industry, podcasts, and whatever you want to say. And I agree. I mean, things are more complicated than they seem. However, in this case, it was literally the flip of a button. I mean, they could have done this probably years ago. The console launched 4.5 years ago. Wow.
Let me stop you there, Juanie, old chap. You do know that PS5 and Series X don't support Bluetooth either.
That is a very good point, generic annoying gamer. Let's get to it. This is a very valid argument that, of course, PS5 doesn't have Bluetooth support either for headsets, I mean, and neither does the Series X. So, is it the same? I would say no. Because on one hand, you have the Switch being, as I said before, a portable console. You can take this anywhere. Adding wires and adding dongles and adding all of these things is something that is not ideal at all for the experience. And on the other hand, Nintendo doesn't really offer any proprietary solution to this. When you go and you look at best Nintendo Switch headsets around there, most of the ones you're gonna see there are wired, which makes sense. And there is this other way where you can buy a Bluetooth transmitter and attach it to the bottom, and then you have that thing connected. I mean, there's also a Steel Series, I believe it's the Arctis 1, that comes with a dongle, and it's, you know, less of a hassle because it comes all in one package. But still, like, when you zoom out of the situation, it's like, I don't have to deal with this. Xbox offers the Xbox wireless headset, which I use, and I mostly have had a good experience with it. It works through a wireless connectivity, which, I mean, I'm guessing it's not Bluetooth now, but it does connect via Bluetooth to your phone, and you can have those connections both at the same time if you like to, I don't know, listen to podcasts and play a Ubisoft game where nothing that happens really matters. And I also use the Pulse 3D, which is the 3D headset that Sony released along with the PS5, which has been very Easy to use as well, comes with a little USB dongle you connect into the PS5 and you never have to worry about it again. Also works with the PS4, by the way. These consoles haven't been out for a year yet and they already offer an option for you to circumvent that, for you to have a wireless option, and they are not portable. This one is. For this one, it's more urgent, it's more necessary, and now they finally did it, and I'm glad. I'm glad they did. There are some limitations here. It says that you can only connect 2 wireless controllers when the Bluetooth audio is connected, and I'm not clear whether that means that you can only use 2 Joy-Cons, or if 2 Joy-Cons count as 1, or if maybe when you can have like 2 Pro controllers. It doesn't really make it that clear, although like when you think about it, it doesn't really matter that much, because if you're using headphones, you're probably just being one person using the console. It doesn't really make that much sense to do that when there's 2 people playing. But I mean, there are situations where you can do that, like on a plane, you get the left one, I get the right one, and we share that, and whatever. Could happen, but I mean, it's less common. So yeah, this is once again Nintendo doing something that it should have done years ago, literally years ago. And I'm glad it's here. It's of course good news, as I said. I know I've been coming across a little negative here, but I mean, I like to play everywhere. This kind of thing would be less bad if I had things to look for in the Switch, if I had things to be excited for. However, for me, this is just like one more thing for the list of why I gravitate less and less to the Switch. And I have no interest in being a Switch hater. I don't consider myself one, and I want to be a Nintendo fan. They just make it really hard. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. You know, as a small channel, it really helps us grow little by little, and we appreciate all the support that we can get. And it's, of course, as you know, free. So if you know that somebody else that could enjoy some content like this, please share it as well. And if you have something to say, whether you agree or you don't agree, please comment. Feel free to do that. We welcome all feedback. Other than that, we will see you on the next video. So goodbye.